Hello YouTube, welcome again to Consistent Profits. On this episode we will be looking at the EURUSD, GBPUSD, the dollar index, and US500 or S&P if you like. Alright, we had anticipated this week to be very bearish as far as the US dollar index is concerned, and it has been so beyond our thought and analysis. You know what I mean? Because you can see even now the bearish momentum is still continuing. The structure have been broken to the low over here. This candle over here, it's continuing towards the bearish side. What I'm looking at now is for price to continue this bearish momentum into this imbalance over here. Sweep below this low, dip into this imbalance over here. An imbalance is an area where price have created wicks like this one over here and this one over here, and those wicks are separated by a bullish or bearish candle, but in this case a bullish candle, and in between this block over here you can see there's no wick that has tapped into that level, so this leaves an imbalance. This imbalance is called a BC, a buy side imbalance, sell side inefficiency. So this is what's happening right now, and yeah, we can see right now that price is still continuing the bearish momentum, and we are anticipating for it to drop all the way to that level this week. But on the other hand, I can see how price can also trade up into this level over here and begin to go down into this level that we see in this box over here, which is a fair value gap that I've already spoken about. And quickly jumping into the daily time frame. On the daily time frame, like I said, the idea that I see very much is that price is not slowing down. It's still willing to go down, and I see it trading all the way into this box and then begin to trade up actually into this imbalance over here. It's not a box, it's an imbalance. And on the daily time frame, it's not clear, it's not as we have seen already on the weekly time frame. All right, and then I'm going to quickly jump into EURUSD and see how it is panning out. Like I said, the dollar have been extremely bearish to exceeding our anticipation. So as a result, you know that they are inversely correlated with the EURUSD and GBPUSD. So we have seen the upside, and I mean it has exceeded our expectations also, because I had anticipated for price to begin to trade from these levels over here, at least drop down and take this level over here, and eventually this one over here. Those levels are all taken, and what's so amazing is that this price or this market have been so bullish, exceeding our expectation, that even the retracements ahead of the bullish moves to the upside into these levels over here, this one and this one over here, they were not so significant. They were so very, partial and light, and the rally to the upside continued. This is what we have seen in this week, and because the dollar index already is showing the bullish momentum, I'm looking to see this one to increase also to the upside, keep going to the upside, reach this level over here, which I'll show you on the weekly chart. That level over there, it is this week over here, is this high. It's a previous high that price haven't tapped into, so I'm expecting this price to continue tap into that, and if we're going to see any reversal in this market, begin to reverse from there this week, maybe reverse into this fair value gap over here, an imbalance, like I have already just explained what is an imbalance on the on the dollar index just a moment ago. You can just rewind if you missed that. Dip into this and then continue into the upside. That can be another scenario, or price continue to rally into this level that we saw on the weekly chart and then trade back into this level here. There's this imbalance, and then from there we will see probably this will be happening next week, that price trades up to here, maybe today, and then tomorrow go down, and then next week we see if the bulls are still in charge for price to continue to the upside. Without wasting time, I'm quickly going into GBPUSD. And GBPUSD, I can also see on the weekly chart that there is a level over here that is potential for price to trade into. Last week, or rather earlier this week, we had also observed this chart to have been quite bullish, and we were anticipating for price to trade all the way into this imbalance, to rebalance all of this imbalance that we saw in the market, and it has exceeded that, and it looks like it's about to trade into this high over here, because it has really closed all price in this fair value gap that needed to be rebalanced, and that target has been achieved. Just like the euro US dollar, this chart has been extremely bullish, to an extent that the retracements ahead of the bullish momentum were very partial as well, were not so significant. Even this one was quite significant, this retracement over here, but price didn't even last long. It just continued to the upside. As you can see, because this market have been so bullish, all of the 4 candles of this week on the daily time frame have been all bullish. No sign of bearishness or weakness of any sort. However, I can probably anticipate for price to drop down maybe into this level over here, this orange imbalance box that I've created here, dip into it and then continue to the upside, all the way into this level here on the weekly chart, or continue momentum to this level and then begin to trade downward into that orange fair value gap that I've already put out over here on the daily time frame, after reaching this high over here on the weekly time frame. I hope that makes sense, and you can also observe on your charts to get a better understanding. And on this episode, I have also thrown in US dollar, rather US500, the S&P, and what I see also in this market is bullish momentum. It's bullish momentum. Price have reached the targets that we were anticipating for this week. Last week closed in a bearish, with a bearish candle. I was anticipating for price to continue to the upside, take this high. It has done that. That target have been achieved, and now we are beginning to see the momentum to the upside as we look at the daily time frame slowing down. However, I'm not neglecting the fact that on the weekly time frame there is this potential level that price can trade in the future. It can be today, tomorrow, or maybe next week. However, we'll be waiting for footprints that gives us signs to continue with the momentum to the upside, continue to take opportunities to the upside or downside. So, but now in this case, what I'm looking at and what I can see is that price has begun to slow down a bit. There could be a turnaround this week, or rather today, continuing tomorrow in this price to this level over here, or all the way into this imbalance that I see over here, that I have also delineated with this orange box over here. So that is another scenario that we can see, or price can simply just trade lower, get here, and then continue momentum to the upside. However, what I'm seeing, like I said, is that price is beginning to slow down the momentum to the upside. So I will be looking for opportunities to take that allows price to go down as well. I won't be just looking for bullish momentum, but bearish momentum could also take place. Obviously, that will be just for maybe a day trade, not necessarily for swing trading, because this market is quite bullish that you can find yourself on the wrong side if you are